the main square here, and then gonna go to a dollar store, and that's where the magic happens. So I gotta buy some stuff to make some tricks, and that's the plan. See where the day takes us. Dollar stores are where I go to pick up all of my supplies. Pretty much any magician will tell you that. One of the things you always need is balloons. So that's what I'm getting right now. Yellow, 12-inch, excellent. And I also need water ball, newspaper, beer cans, balloons, poster board, lemons. When my bag got lost a couple times, hasn't shown up in the right city. And basically it's right to a dollar store, and you can basically make a 45-minute show out of stuff here. It's good to have that, because or else you got no show. That's why I wish I was just a stand-up comedian, then you don't have to have anything. But when you're a magician, you need things. I don't know where this stuff is. Back the other way. Oh, Kristen again. Hello. Oh no, what happened? This is the exact stuff. Get this or this one. I'm doing this one.
What do you call that streetcar, Wes?
Desire. So we're in London at Fanshawe, and it is, as you can see, miserable outside. Yeah, I was here 5 years ago. This is actually the first school that ever booked me for shows. You know, I lied to them and cold called them and just sort of bullied my way out here and got a gig, and that's really where started it all for me. And they don't know that, they don't need to know that, but yeah, so here I am 5 years later. So I used to, I didn't know how to do anything. Like when I started, I didn't have a mentor, I didn't really even know any other magicians, and the ones I did, they were on a different path than me. They were doing more like magic conventions and like cruise ship stuff, and they're doing more magic-y magic, and I'm really into comedy magic. So I started hanging out with comedians more than magicians, because at least comedians, I can find them every single night at a comedy club or a comedy room in Vancouver. And I just started showing up, and I started doing spots with them. And I mean, I'm learning my stand-up, I'm practicing my magic, and I'm just I'm kind of finding friends that I didn't really have yet, but they also don't know what to do. I'm confident enough in my show that I start calling these colleges and trying to set up these little tours and just lying, calling the school, being like, hey, I'm gonna be at a corporate event in your area, like, do you want to add a show at the college? And they're like, yeah, sure. And I'm just like making up numbers. I don't even know the prices to say, I'm just guessing. And they're finally taking it, and I'm trying to add shows in the back of those shows, and I'm constructing these weird little mishmash tours. I'm driving around in the middle of northern Alberta or whatever, and then I finally go do one of these shows, and one of the student associations that books me, they take me out for a drink after the show, and they're like, yeah, we normally book everyone through this Coca thing. I'm like, what's Coca? Like, oh, it's a showcase that you go and you showcase in front of all the schools, and then they set up tours for you. I was like, what? Like, I didn't even, that's how little I knew. I've been doing this for like 3 years this time. I didn't even know this existed. Finally, this guy mentions it to me. So I go to Coca, and it's so hard to get in. It's so competitive. And, you know, through multiple tries and whatever, I finally get there. I get a showcase. And the only reason they gave me the showcase is now because I got like proper credentials, because I've been on Penn Teller Fool Us. I got YouTube videos that have millions of views. So I just take that and show them. They go, okay, yeah, you can showcase. I showcase, and now like I'm doing these huge tours in Alberta, in the Maritimes, in Ontario. I probably do Ontario at least twice a year, where just like multiple schools every night of the week, just new show, new show, new show, new show. So now I'm going on like a proper tour, proper money with proper shows every night of the week. Like, that's the dream. That is like the dream of any like live performer. That's the dream. Okay, so this is what I remember. This is like almost a cafeteria style thing, and makes it tricky. This is a noon show, and noon shows you can imagine people are in the middle of their day, they don't even really know a show's happening, and they come here to eat or do homework, and all of a sudden I'm on stage. So I don't have high expectations. We were hoping, but who knows. Like right now we're standing in a big kind of empty space. This is a bad situation. I'm gonna move some tables because this is just dead space, and if you have dead space, people don't sit close enough to the stage, they don't sit close enough to the stage, they don't have a good time, and they blame me for not having a good time, but they just need to sit closer and be involved, and that isn't my fault, but they won't do it. So we're gonna have to try and force them to do that. And the angle is really bad here as a magician. People sit on the outsides, and you'll see, but I gotta move some tables for sure. That's priority one. Priority one. Welcome to the green room. This is backstage. It's literally, there's a curtain and I'm behind it. So we're pretty early, but again, traffic wasn't that bad. And this is where I gotta prep my stuff anyways. This is my case. It's a golf case, but I carry my gear in it because it works and it's sturdy. And at the airline, they don't weigh it because they think it's golf clubs and they don't charge me for the extra weight. Boom. Put it out the front. If I put up a big banner, maybe people will come and watch the show.
It's become a real thing. Like, it's the ultimate fake it till you make it situation. Like, I really just was just selling the snake oil tour before. I just pretend I had one and trying to convince people to buy, because when you're an unknown quantity, no one wants to go first. No one wants to be like, yeah, we'll pay you real money to come here. We don't know anything about you. So then once I got on these, did the showcases, got on these proper tours, and I had the credits to back it up, it became a real thing. Like, I can rely on it. It's like a reliable income. Beginning of fall semester, beginning of winter semester, there's gonna be a demand for shows. And if you're good and you know what you're doing and these schools like you and you got a reputation, like, you can really do it. So that's what I do. When people ask me, what do I do? I say, well, I'm a magician, a comedian. Oh, how do you make your job? The first thing I say is well, my real love is like colleges. College tours right away. And then it goes to like, yeah, I'll do corporates, comedy clubs, sure, and then YouTube is another thing, but it's like always for me, the staple of my career right now and how I make my money is my college tours.
Normally my shows are an hour, but this one I think is only 45 minutes. I hope that's the case, because that'll work out really well. Because I have to do a show here tomorrow and I want to save some material, so. Yeah, I definitely leave tricks out all the time. Like, if I have it in my bag, I will do it because I know it's good. So I'll make the decision at home to like not do a trick. And I do it quite often, because if you don't, you're not going to do new stuff, and then you're not going to have new stuff. Like, there's only one way to get new material, and that's just to do it a lot.
Awesome. It's free. He's got just millions and millions of views on YouTube. He fooled Penn Teller. If you pay attention at all, you know what that means. He's on America's Got Talent, all that great stuff. I want Fanshawe to give him a warm welcome. Give it up, y'all, for Wes Barker.
Yes. Right on. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming out. I'm glad it's noon, right? So you're like, oh, there's a show. I'm just coming to, work on stuff and drink coffee, but there's a show happening and it's with me. Whose bag is this? Whose bag is this? Okay, we don't need this. It looks like a laptop. We don't need that. What's your name? Allie. Everyone clap for Allie. She's coming on stage. Come on, Allie. Come on, Allie. Look at this thing. Beautiful bag, Allie. Allie, right this way. Big round of applause. Allie, right on. All right, Allie. What year are you in? You're in your third year, okay. We're gonna try a trick with you. So, in fact, get one more step that way, a little further away from me. Okay, this is very important. We're gonna borrow one other thing, so just chill here for a second, Allie. We're gonna try, I need to borrow some money from somebody. Who's got some cash on them? Like any kind of 5, 10. You look like a man with money, right? But you got any money on you? I just need to borrow, you're gonna get it back probably. I just need to borrow real quick. You have 5, okay, sure, I'll take, oh, here's the guy with the wallet. I'll take the whole wallet, sure. All right, perfect. Okay, we're gonna use this guy's money. Can you take out his $5 bill, or a 10, whichever one you want? He has 2. Okay, and then you need to write your name on it. Here, so nice and big, use the thick part of the marker, put your initials right across that bill, really big, okay? It's illegal, but that's why you're doing it. Okay, it's fine. And here, what's your name? Brett, hang on to that for a sec. Brett, we'll get your money back in a minute. So you write on it. Did you write on it yet? Here, I'll hold it for you. Here. Right across that face. Really big, really thick. A, L. Perfect. Good enough. Hang on to that. Display it like a magician would. Or like that. It's fine, sure. All right, we're going to try something here. Allie, this is very important. You're going to love this. You're going to stand there. I'm going to stand here. And I'm going to take the money. All right, this is very cool. Because I take the money. This is very important to remember how far apart we are. Got our money. Well, his money, whatever. And you fold it really small. Okay? Some magicians, when they do this, they turn it into a dove. Okay? But we discussed that. That's not how I roll. So I do like this. I go, it's just gone, right? Oh, this magician's good. Now, Al, you don't know where it is, right? You should. You know why? It's in your bra. Left side. You get it or I get it. Somebody's got to get it. I don't know. It's all right.
No.
We need a search party. Any volunteers to help look for this money? Yeah, it's the left side. It's just, I wouldn't, it's just in, yeah. We won't look, we'll just, you can turn away if you have to.
No. I just checked.
I know it's not in there. I just want to see how much you check. Okay, she did good. It's not in there. I know. It's best of you. Allie, that's fine. But we owe this guy, was it 10 bucks or 5 bucks? What do we owe him? 5. Okay, let's see if we got anything here worth $5 then. We got a laptop charger. That's probably too much. We got makeup. You probably don't want any makeup. What else we got here? We got, what are these? Condoms. That's good. No, that's good. That's yes, yeah, no, safe. That's safe. It's good. It's a Tuesday. That's a bit ambitious for a Tuesday. Maybe they don't. I don't know. What we got. Souvenir. Okay, sorry. That's fine. That's for me. What else we got in here? We got toothbrush. All right. Oh, that's gross. All right. What else we got in here? I legitimately don't even know what this is. That's fine. All right. It's a fun bag. Hang on to that for a second, Allie. Hang on to that. Where are you from? Is that, so you need a knife over there, I guess? Is that right? Okay, here we go. All right. What do we got? Oh, here we, and a lemon. Not even the weirdest thing in your bag, right? Here, can I have that for a second? All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to cut open this lemon. If you guys ever lose money, you can always cut open lemons, because sometimes, if you find the right ones, they'll have what looks like $5 inside them. All right. Thank you. If that had your initials on it, they would just go crazy. Yes! Allie, thank you very much. Big round of applause for Allie. Thank you. You go ahead and keep that. That's on me. You worked really hard. You can have that. That's you earned that money. It's yours now. And now we find out what kind of person she is. She's a good person. She's giving it back. Yes. All right. And I will also give Brett back this. I think it's your student ID. I thought it was a credit card. Sorry, my man. I couldn't help it. My bad. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Now it's just me awkwardly cleaning up. All right. So we're here today for a podcast with Discourse and Magic, like this sort of podcast slash panel talk slash like Facebook Live. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's just going to be a discussion about magic with a couple of my best magician buddies that are also huge YouTube guys. So it should be pretty interesting.
Social media brings another perspective to magic. There are many branches in magic, such as stage performance, like illusionists, close-up magic, parlor magic, manipulation, all these different things, kids magic. And the one branch that recently emerged was social media, was how do you perform to an audience that isn't there? And how do you remain ethical to that audience? How do you produce quality content that isn't lying to them with camera cuts or actors or stooges, right? Because that honesty is so important with the audience, because if you lose that, you lose a connection. right? So there's something to be said about the vulnerability and the honesty and the connection between the audience and how important that is to the magic, because if you don't have that, then what credibility do you have being on video, right? There's always this like, he could have like messed with it. So it's very important to build that relationship on social media. And I think that if you have that relationship established, you can sort of create the niche that you're in and cater to that. And then people will trust you and people will follow you and people will like you rather than doubt you and criticize you. And I think it's a very touchy thing when playing on social media with magic, because I want to lie to you, but I want to let you know that I'm lying to you in an entertaining fashion. So I don't want to outright lie to you because I'm an asshole. And that's kind of the fine line that I walk with social media.
Social media. Woo! Yeah. Social. Oh, sorry.
And welcome to the. Yeah. We have Wes Barker, Eric LeClaire, and Chris Ramsey. Give it up. Wes, what are you doing in Toronto aside from this?
I have a college tour, so I'm doing 5 college shows. Yeah. So the other thing that you want to, if you're talking about like creating content. Eric does a TV show for YT.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And then it's 265 tricks we had to come up with for this 20-episode thing.
Not one card trick.
Not one card trick.
And the show's called Trick.
It's called Trick. So he was the face of the show.
I won.
I was the consultant. Basically, it came down to me or Eric to be the host of the show, and then we both went and well, we both, you know, don't. I was just trying to make it. I was about to make it feel good for you, but now I'm going to take it the other way. And they picked Eric, despite the fact that it films in Vancouver, where I'm from, and they had to pay an extra $3,000 a month to put Eric up in this.
Fly me 3 times.
So yeah, they liked him more, but they also liked him about $40,000 more.
I met Wes in 2015 where I was filming a magic show in Vancouver, and he came on and he was my magic consultant, my backbone, my right-hand man, really my backbone. He's the one who came up with the tricks I did on TV. You know, he would build them the next day. It was crazy hectic because sometimes they wouldn't work, and then we'd have to tweak them. So it really takes somebody who knows a lot about magic and, you know, is willing to make somebody else, you know, look good, like star of the show. I'll be forever grateful for having him there. He's super creative. He really saved our asses a bunch of times. And you know, I always tell people, I'm like, I lived in Ottawa and he lives in Vancouver, and I always tell people that I flew all the way across the country to meet me. So I fell in love immediately, obviously. But the same person, you know, the same age. Although he's a little older, same age, same you know, magic, passion, the same kind of vibe in life, and we instantly hit it off. And from that day, I mean, like I'll always be forever grateful for what he's done. He's one of the funniest magicians. He's definitely top 30 magicians.
Here, take a.
Give me the medium piece.
You got two.
And then can I answer the question after this?
Yeah, chew and swallow, bud.
Do it. Oh my, you're gonna die. I'm not kissing you tonight.
Okay.
So I need some advice. Help us out. Help us out. What was valuable from this episode?
What Eric said about be your brand. To the point where, like, to really emphasize that point is if you are someone who doesn't know their brand and I know my brand, and we were going to do walk around magic. And we were going to do walk around magic in the same group. You could probably take your 3 favorite tricks that you want to do and do those tricks and you could give me 3 terrible fucking tricks, and I'll go do those tricks, and it would be.
You're handling this well, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not. But like someone who knows their brand will take. You can give them your 3 least favorite tricks, and they're gonna fuck. And they're going to actually still crush it, even if you're up against you doing your 3 favorite tricks, just because they know. Do you want to make out? Can you have that? Right?
Oh, you gotta drink.
This is fucked. Anyways, I'm just saying, if you know your brand, you can literally do worse magic almost, and still get away with it, just because.
Because of what you said, like I give you a shitty trick like I did many times on TV, and you would still pull it off, only because you know you. If I give that to someone, even if they're the most skilled person in the world, but they don't know exactly their persona, fuck me. Then they're not going to.
You're faking it.
No, you can't drink. That's my beer.
Okay.
No.
Okay. He's
Makes
not
it worse.
faking it.
Yeah.
He's not faking
Makes it worse.
I ate one of these and my
Try
feet
one, man.
hurt.
If you think this is
My
not
legit-
real,
my
you
feet
give her.
legitimately
You go
hurt.
for it. You can go for it. Anyways, I'm done talking. That's fine.
So there you guys go. Thank you guys so much for coming out.
Hope you guys have fun.
Live.
Ghost pepper was super hot. I think that I'm not dead, and I didn't enjoy that though at all. I think if it was bad, but if it was fresh, I think it would have been real bad. Like dry to save
400
you,
people seen you already.
Hey, right on. I'll take it. Okay.
Like, this is what it's like when you're like a mid-level magician. Right? No, but I want it to bomb.
Wes and I have been working together for, I guess, 2 years now. We started as a city worker, you know, cleaning gutters or whatever, I'm not sure. And then one day he's like, you know what, screw this, I'm just gonna become a professional magician. We were like, what? He said, I'm just gonna do it. And he went really, I've been doing it for 25 years. I don't know, I'm not sure how long he's been doing it, but he climbed really high, really fast because he's true to himself. Perfect example is like, you know, his stuff online is like, no, I like chugging beers and like taking off my shirt. And I'm like, okay, and he puts it online. And like, do you realize corporate clients are gonna look at that and gonna be like, no, I'm gonna pay you $7 grand to come do a show because he's gonna get naked. Even though he wouldn't, obviously, but he just puts it out there and I'm like, Wes, you need to like, he's like, no, this is me. This is who I wanna appeal to, like, I guess, rowdy frat guys. But he stays true to himself and his brand, but himself, and it's rare. Like, I'm a sellout. Like in magic, like I do kid shows dressed in a plaid suit with the hat on, pays my bills really well. There's very few magicians that are stand-up comedians. Wes is a stand-up comedian. He'll go work out a trick, work out a gag in a bar close to his house because he has nothing to do that night. He'll go work it out and test in front of people. The biggest family of hacks in show business are magicians because we buy the same tricks in magic stores. We see a magician perform it that way, like, oh, that's how it needs to be presented, and they'll perform it like that. In the comedy world, the comedian world, that's super frowned upon. You don't say somebody else's joke, it has to be all yours, and you will get called out. So Wes has kind of translated that with magic too. It's like, why would I do something everybody else is doing? If I'm going to do a trick I see another magician do, you better believe the presentation is going to be Wes Barker experience. Good, proper comedy stand-up, and it's very rare that a good magician is really funny and he's able to like just fucking.
So I go by stunt magician, like not really like a thing. Like I used to be sort of Wes Barker stunt magician, and it's still my social media, like Instagram stuff. I still have stunt magician. It's a really cool title because I used to like eat light bulbs, walk on broken glass, you know, bend rebar, ripping phone books. But within all that, like I've always been funny. And I've always loved being funny, and I've always liked making people laugh. And it's really hard to put those two shows together. As much as I love doing physical feats, my show wasn't being as funny as I'd hoped. So I've definitely migrated. I still do like physical stuff. My show still has boomerangs and blow dart guns and swords and all this other crazy stuff. But it's all about being a comedy magic show. And there's a lot of comedy magicians out there, and none of them, and I don't mind, none of them are doing it right. Like I just don't, and I don't even mind saying that, because all the people calling themselves comedy magicians, I never see them out working their comedy, ever. I don't see them. I'm at the comedy clubs, I go to all the comedy rooms, and I go there to try and work on the comedy. You know what I mean? Like that's what it's for. You can be, there's so many magicians that are better magicians than me. Never discount that. And they're at home and they're working their craft hard, okay? Like great magic, great, awesome. You're an illusionist, you're a magician, you're a mind reader, whatever. Yeah, at home, work it out, work all the techniques, I get it. But if you're gonna say you're a comedy magician and you're not out there working the comedy part, I don't think you're putting in all the effort. So when I say I'm a comedy magician, you can find me out of the comedy clubs doing stand-up and working the jokes and trying to make it funny. I think that's really where it set me apart. And I think these college kids can feel it. Like when I do my college shows, they're legit funny shows, and it's not just because it's the first time I've ever said a joke to a crowd of people. Like, I know what I'm doing, I feel very confident at it.
Yeah, it was delicious. Yo, can you take a picture of us?
Oh man! Do this one. Someone's.
Oh, you had it too?
It's not my real phone. I know, but like. Someone said something and it kind of ruined it. Like, oh, Wes can do it, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. And someone else jumped in and they knew there was something. I've got ripped on it too many times. I'm like, oh yeah, I pretend to put the guard in the middle, and then I say, wait a second.
Were you really trying to slam him?
It's almost like a parody of magic. Who is this guy? Who's the funny, good-looking magician I met? And I have this, and I just print them out like that. That way you don't forget, right? That way you remember. It's easy, right? Just like iPhone 11, they're coming out soon. You're gonna get one. They're rolling out.
Get one. Man, I wish I wouldn't have whipped out the broken phone right up to now.
Yeah, now she's like, every phone is broken.
I don't buy the second one. I was like, screw it.
Yeah, right away.
And now, look at me. Think of the card. 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, that's good. I've never seen that before. I like that. Holy crap, that's really good. That's a hella, like, that's how you start. That's where I'd finish. To me, I'm like, and thank you, good night.
Going to London, Ontario, to Fanshawe College, and it's not even cold. We were gonna leave lots of times. We thought we'd be like snow and cold, but it's actually just raining and 2 degrees, and not even wearing any of the winter gear we brought. We thought it'd be like way colder than Vancouver, but it's really not. My favorite breakfast is McDonald's. I love McDonald's breakfast, and we have one right across the street. So got my coffee and a cookie, a little bacon and egg McMuffin. Champion. I feel McDonald's should send me stuff. I should sponsor them. It'd be good. They sponsor me? How does that work? Yeah, okay. I sponsor them. When I'm on the road, I have lots of downtime. You can imagine that I'm a solo act. I'm not like in a band, or I'm not like a comedian. Generally, it's like a host in the middle and a headliner. So it's like 2 or 3. For me, it's me. So I don't talk to anyone. Drive by myself, drink in the hotel by myself. I go to the show, which is an hour on stage and maybe an hour before kind of setting up. So there's a solid 20-something hours a day where I'm doing nothing, talking to myself. That's why a lot of times, like, if I stay 2 nights in hotels, 2 or 3 nights, I'll always do, the next night I'll do like a hostel, or I'll even like see if I have friends in the neighborhood and like do some couch surfing or whatever, just to mix it up and meet some people and have a little bit of a conversation, you know? Yeah, it's so boring. I'll sit in my hotel room for like 6-8 hours just crushing Netflix, maybe go to the gym, and then literally I try just not to drink until later because I have nothing else to do. So. A lot of emailing though. Get that homework done, that cold calls, emails, agents, contracts. I guess productive, but mostly just bored. So yeah, normally I get kicked out of one hotel at like 10, 11 in the morning, and I have to kill time so I can check into the next place, but they're letting me check in right now. So we got a free cookie, right? Yay, Doubletree. Fanshawe setting it up good today. what you're gonna get at these schools sometimes, but this is a nice one. Now we try not to get fat.
I love it when they got something to do. The hardest part about being on the road, especially these kinds of tours, is I'm alone. The other hard part is like not eating like crap and not drinking every day. And when I first got on tour, it was like, oh yeah, I'm working, I'm on tour. I would just like, wouldn't care. I'd go to the pub every night, eat crap food, because it was so rare that it was like, oh, treat yourself, man, you're out doing this thing. And then pretty soon I was like, oh, I do this so much, it's not a special thing. It's my life now. And I'm just every day just, and then you're like, oh no, and you're out of your normal workout routine, you're not at your normal gym, you just make excuses like crazy. So finding a way to like, okay, hey, make use of the gym. Hey, don't eat a burger and fries every day. Hey, you don't have to get drunk every night. Like, this isn't a party, this is your job now, and you're gonna do it 100 days in a row. So settle down. That's the second hardest part.
So right now we are headed to meet a guy for lunch. He's like a friend of a friend, but if I know anybody in the city I'm in, I'll hit him up for a meal or something. You know, it's like good conversation. Maybe they'll take you to a cool place to eat. Yeah, just trying to find any way you can to stave off the boredom. I gotta call my brother pretty soon here. He called me, I missed his call. We talk like every day, every other day, especially when I'm on tour, because he drives a lot for work as like a sales guy in Alberta. He's just driving around to these farms and stuff in the prairies. So yeah, I'm driving, he's driving, so we just call each other every day, and it's cool. Like, we don't live anywhere near each other, but we talk so much, and it works for both of us. We just pass the time and, I don't know, catch up with your brother. It's good for me. The amount of money I spent on parking though. So when you're on the road, trying to not eat like shit is the hardest part, and I'm pretty good about it, except when a buddy tells me that you gotta have the milkshake somewhere, and then you gotta have the milkshake. So
these are some of the best milkshakes in London. So if you're ever in Prince Al's,
this is the one to get. It's good. I don't regret it. In quitting my day job, I had nowhere near enough bookings to warrant that. But I'm like, fuck it, and I just did it, and that made all of the difference. Like, if I never quit and I said, oh, I'll wait until I get enough bookings and then I'll leave my day job, I would never have left the day job.
See,
if I just quit and pulled
that's kind of me. I'm like, oh, I want to have enough so I can move to Toronto, and I have to come back in 2 months.
Other way around.
But I'm like, no, I just need to go do it,
and then you'll find a way.
Kind of thing, because like I've quit all my day jobs.
Yeah,
it's the best. Like,
the
reason I only got them.
Nice. There you go.
2011 was the last year I worked on the road crew. The job's so monotonous that I started just doing magic every day at work, just to kind of like pass the time and make it more interesting and learn something. And I started getting really good at it. And then like so good, I was getting side gigs and performing at parties. And then one day my boss calls me in the office and he's like, hey, you know, we want you to take over, they give you a promotion, you're going to take over the crew, you're going to be running this little crew and blah, blah, blah. And as soon as they mentioned the word promotion, I started thinking like, oh no. Like, my life just like, I could see the next 40 years just pan out like, oh, I'm going to take this promotion and the money will be a little bit better. And I could just sort of see where it was all going. And just like, I didn't want to stay there. I mean, I figured if I take this one more job, I'm going to stay here the rest of my life. So immediately I just was like, hey man, I quit. And they're like, I don't think you know what promotions mean. And I was like, oh, no, seriously, like I do, but I actually I gotta go, because this is not going to be something I want to do with my life. And I feel like if I'm ever going to try anything, I'm 25 at the time, I'm like, I should try it now. The reaction of my family and friends was really good, like to my face at least. I don't know what they might have said to each other behind my back. I've heard a little bit that they might have said like, oh, I wonder how he's doing, kind of thing. But yeah, they were all really nice to me about it. But I don't think everyone thought it was going to be a long-term thing. I thought, okay, he's going to try it out and we'll see how it goes. And honestly, if I'm being honest, I think maybe I thought that too right away. Like, I'll give it a go, I'll try it for a bit. It wasn't until like 6 months, 9 months into this, you know, quitting my job and being a full-time magician, that it really hit me, oh, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna have to really work at it and find a way to make money and actually get out there. And that was a revelation, because I realized how much I did want it to work all of a sudden. Before it was like, oh, it'd be nice. And then I was like, 6 months later, I'm like, oh, I want this to work. And then it became like all about hustling, like how to get the gigs, like what do you do?
So we're back at Fanshawe for this night show. You know, it's our first night show on this tour, and it's good. It's going to be nice to see the difference between the crowd from yesterday here at noon to now. It's I don't know, it's been a good day. Wes Barker condoms. Oh yeah. So this right here, this is like 15, 20 minutes worth of tricks that took me 5 years to figure out. This stuff is going to turn into like a lot of laughs, so it's kind of cool. Yeah.
So this guy we've had up here, he's been on every Magic Challenge place. He fooled Penn and Teller. I know you guys don't know who the fuck that is, but it's impressive. Give it up, y'all. We got Wes Barker coming up.
All right, look at that. Quick question. Who here likes balloon animals? No. Yeah, no, they suck. No, you don't. No, you don't. Balloon animals suck. So, check this out. I got something for you guys that's better than a balloon animal. This is more like balloon swallowing. That's how you swallow. That's how you swallow a balloon. Any questions? You guys good? Woo!
It was good. I mean, all that worrying earlier, I made the right choices. It was crazy. We just finished the show. Yeah, I won them over. It was good. It's like a fucking cage match in there. Like, they're heckling and screaming, and you know, I got after the show, I'm walking around, people are recognizing me, get a picture with me. Yeah, all in all, this is a good night. I'm pumped. This is a good day.
I met him this summer at Magic Camp. He's a friend of Eric Leclerc's, and we had a great time. I had a good time jamming out with him and sharing ideas and listening to some of the really cool stuff that he's like bringing into Magic right now. I think anybody who is choosing to pick something more niche for their Magic is on the right track.
So because I'm doing comedy Magic, I kind of live in a weird world between two things, because I could point to you dozens of better magicians than me. I could also point out dozens of better comedians than me. But I live in this, like, this is a Venn diagram, I guess, and I exist in this part, and this part is so small of people that are actually doing both, like actually putting the time in both. So like, when people think of like, who's the top in the game of comedy Magic, I have no problem throwing my hat in the ring. And it's weird, not being at the top of either, but at the top of this other thing that's in between is kind of a neat thing. And that's where I really feel like I am.
Hello. Oh, introduce Lee?
Oh, I didn't.
Well,
I'm not
Lee.
dressed for this.
This is Lee.
I didn't know I was going to be on camera.
I'm shooting a documentary, my whole tour. I've been docking everything.
What's the doc about?
It's about what it's like to be a touring mid-level magician. Just trying to make it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's been a lot of fun.
I love that. I love that concept.
Yeah, behind the scenes been fun. We're filming, like, I'm doing open mic stand-up nights. We did the podcast yesterday. Then it's just like 5 days straight of doing all these shows. And
does it end with like a big show at Madison Square Garden?
I wish. I wish.
Just the term comedy magic is a very common term in the world of magic, I guess. But to be honest, it actually gets a bit of a negative connotation. Most of the time when you hear comedy magic, it really sort of comes with this idea of really hacky kind of magic, you know, where there's all these shitty one-liners that everybody uses, and just very hack kind of style. And so it's actually not that great of a term, to be honest, like comedy magic. But I do think that magic and comedy are two very, very interesting art forms that work so well together if done in a personal way, right? Where you're not just using these lines that you know every magician has used and works, right? But when you really try to explore a personal comedy and use magic as the vessel to explore that comedy, I think it actually opens up a lot of different areas to explore. And when you see that done right, it can be very beautiful and very eye-opening and inspiring. But it's rare. It's rare in this craft or art form that you want to call it. We'll make a bet. We'll bet your money.
Yeah.
I bet that you cannot guess exactly what I have in my hand. Exactly everything. So it's a pretty good. It's a pretty good bet, right? For me. Yeah. Very terrible for you.
Yeah, it could be anything.
Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead. Go ahead. What do you think?
Lip balm.
Very close. It's a cork.
I would not have got.
Yeah. But it also has an elastic band with a knot tied on the elastic, so you gotta guess all that shit. So basically, you're fucked.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get that.
Take a look at the cork, though. All right. So I get your money. I get your money.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Let's try this. We'll use this. All right. We'll use your money and we'll use the cork. Or you create something strange. All right. Check this out. You got the cork, you got the bill, let's just wrap this up. Yeah. This will all make sense. Never. But it will look cool.
Alright.
Right? So I know you can see the solid cork in the bill, right? Yeah. So what the hell is gonna happen here? Alright?
Thank you. What is happening?
See?
You put nickels in there?
Some nickels. Okay. Want everybody to see this? Alright, 3 nickels. Watch. This is cool. We take 1, 2, 3 coins, alright? You might be able to hear it. You kind of hear it a little bit?
Yeah.
There you go.
What the fuck?
1 nickel, okay? We'll try it again, right? Watch. You take 1. Right, 2.
This is so genius.
No!
Alright guys, tally is
Look, the nickel's still there. You're the cork. Take a look.
Yeah,
make sure it's not an illusion. Make sure it's not an illusion, alright? Watch the last one.
What the fuck?
Watch the last one, okay?
First place winner.
You can see it in there,
That's
right?
a $20 gift.
You can hear it in there, right? Watch. It's crazy. We're gonna seal it up.
Okay.
Alright, so that there's no exit escape. Just pitch it.
Come without them.
Pitch it, yeah. And shake it like a bell. You can feel it, right? Shake it like a bell. You can feel it?
Yeah.
The last place winner gets a kiss from me. Actually, not just a kiss, but there's lots of kisses here. There's like...
Is this yours?
My handling of
this is so...
It's not sick.
Is that cool?
So first off,
magic.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out the scores.
Like, you miss people. Like, I miss so many events, like family functions and stuff. That's the thing for me. If it's Friday and Saturday, which is when everyone wants to have their party, they're gonna have their wedding, they're gonna have their birthday, they're gonna have Christmas thing, whatever, all that stuff, that's happening on a Friday or Saturday night. And those are the 2 most popular show nights. Guaranteed I'm busy. I'm never coming to anything. And that breaks your heart sometimes. And sometimes you go, oh, what am I even doing this for? Like, I'm missing out on the joy of life. Lucky for me, my wife is a flight attendant, so she's gone as much as I am, if not more. So for her and I, we totally understand. Hey, you're doing the thing you love, the thing you're passionate about, you're gonna miss stuff. And that's fine. And then for us, it's great because then we randomly have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday sometimes, nothing to do. We're the only people at the brunch spot at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday because we don't have those kinds of jobs. Everyone off is at their office job and we're just sitting there like, no lineup, yeah. So it works out really good in that sense, but it's hard sometimes.
All right, so we're off to Hamilton today. We're not staying at a DoubleTree there, so there's not gonna be any cookies. But actually, I don't know what the places we're staying at, but it's only like an hour and 20 minutes. So I got a coffee but need food. So yeah, I remember the very first show I ever, like, first big show I did, like my own sort of self-produced huge theater show, sold out at the Rio in Vancouver. It was like 500 people. It was a crazy night, and I probably got home at midnight, I guess, but I couldn't get to sleep till like 5 in the morning. Like, I was the highest I've ever felt ever for anything. Like, that includes skydiving, bungee jumping, like, you know, like any adventure traveling I've ever done, like sex. Like, I couldn't come down off it. It was crazy.
As much as I love YouTube, which is like a lot, or anything online, I mean, any extra online content, I'm all about it. But I love performing live. So I want more success on YouTube, sure, like anybody, more TV, whatever. But I literally want that to make sure I'm selling out my theater shows whenever I go anywhere. Like, for me, it's like, I kind of want both. I want to build both audiences like this, because I'm not going to stop performing live, no matter what. Like, no matter what kind of success I have on YouTube or whatever, that's not going to stop me from getting out and actually doing tours and shows. Because again, it goes right back to, that's my favorite thing. It literally is. When you make a YouTube video, you make a video, and no matter how clever or fun it is, and you might have a fun shoot, and you might have fun edit, and you might enjoy putting it up and picking the music and whatever, and then you might have fun even reading the comments. But it's not the same as going on stage, doing a cool trick, telling a story, making a joke, and having everyone laugh, and we're all in it together. Like, that experience, that live experience, it's the best thing.
We're gonna wing it in here and get some breakfast, and there's a gas station, which reminds me we need some, because this thing does not run on hopes and dreams, much to my, what is the word, chagrin? Is that a word? I'll go with that. We're gonna get fuel and food. Fuel for everybody. These gas things, like, there's nothing to pull on, and there's no button in here, and it fucked me the first time I ever saw it, because I rented a vehicle in like Calgary, and I'm standing at the gas station like this, and I'm trying to pry it open. I'm looking all over, I'm on the ground trying to find the button, and then this other dude, the attendant, comes out. There's like 3 people around here looking for this thing, and some guy slows down his car, he's driving by, and he's like, push on it, and then just drives off, and we're all looking at each other like, what? And then I'm like, and it just pops out like that. It's not unusual, obviously, now maybe, but back then I'd never seen one, and it stumped 3 of us, and I felt like a douche, but now I totally know. So. I smile every time I see one. I got the SUV. I can fit my gear in like a little compact car, but I got the SUV because I thought we're gonna maybe hit like some snow and need something that has traction, and maybe, I don't know. Just, I thought it was gonna be winter. I really thought real winter, and it's like nothing. There you go, Nick. Where are you at? Hey, buddy.
Hey buddy, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm just going to start a feed mixer now, but I saw you call.
Yeah, well, I was trying to get a hold of you. I couldn't get a hold of you yesterday, so I thought I'd give you a shout now.
No worries. How's it going out there?
Good, good. Just driving to Hamilton. So you're doing a demo right now? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I'm just about to start. I just got it here on hooking a feed mixer, so yeah.
All right, man. Well, I won't keep you then. Do your thing.
Are you driving for a while today, or what?
Only another 15 minutes. We're driving a lot tomorrow, so.
Okay, well, yeah, let's connect when we can, man. Just want to bullshit and miss you, so.
Yeah, I missed you too. I'll talk to you tomorrow for sure then.
Okay, break a leg today.
All right, buddy. Love you too. Talk to you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
So, oh man, it's good to hear from him. So my brother will call me sometimes, and he'll forget. He just calls me at bad times. Like this one, like he called me, and he's just about to start a demo, like a feed mix demo. Like that's. Why would he call me if he can't talk to me? You know what I mean? Like, it's a weird thing, but he does this all the time. He'll literally call me and be like, oh, hey man, actually I can't talk, I gotta go. And it's like, well, that's not a thing. You can't, don't call someone and tell them that. But the one thing that he does regularly is he'll call me when he's in his truck driving and he's going through a drive-through, but his truck is like coming through his Bluetooth, right? So it's like crystal clear sound, it's a nice truck, but he'll do it when he goes through a drive-through. He's like, oh, hey man, I'm just gonna order, hang on. But like, don't do that. I'll take advantage of that for sure. So he'll be ordering like, yeah, I'll get a coffee and a donut, whatever, and then I'll just be on the thing, be like, and a green tea and 2 muffins, and I'll just order extra shit. And the people in the drive-thru don't know because it's just going through their speaker, so they get so confused. And he's like, shut up, shut up. and I just say through the thing, and it's the best. It really confuses people in the drive-thru, and I laugh every single time. I think this is the one. I booked the cheap place. You don't really know where it is until you get here. It's up. Don't forget to put it up. Ooh. Oh, I got a desk over there. This is a nice one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Great. So right now I'm replying to all the emails. That's one of the things that you got to do when you're on tour. You have to reply to all my stuff. Some from my agent, some other things I've going on my own. It's kind of like any entertainer, any person that's self-employed at all, I guess, would you have to stay up on this kind of stuff because this is your thing. I mean, I want to focus on the show tonight. I'd rather just chill right now, to be honest. And I have some props I have to fix, but you gotta keep emailing this, or else I won't have any more gigs. You know, as much as I'm focusing on the one tonight, you gotta focus on the ones you know, in the future. So it's a bit annoying, but yeah, anywhere I have Wi-Fi, I'm just always every day gotta check in on the computer, respond to emails, and that way no one else is gonna scoop a gig on you because you were too lazy to get back to them. So. All right, this is what being a magician's all about: fixing props. So I have the blow dart gun trick I do, where they have to shoot at a thing. So I need to make a new one because my other one has been shot at too many times. So I went to the dollar store and got this cardboard the other day. As you can tell, my workspace today is less than ideal. But, I mean, I don't always get the sweet hotel rooms. Sometimes the school's putting me up, or the company, whatever. But a lot of times when I'm on tour, they just want to pay a flat rate for the shows. So I'm on my own to get my own accommodations. And obviously if I can spend less, then I'll make more. And that's the level I'm at, right? Like, I'm trying to maximize the income here. So yeah, this is where we are today. It's like a bit of a joke, but you know, it's got super sexy extension cord thing. That's like, you can't get that just anywhere. And I mean, like, these paintings, for sure, you're not gonna. This is custom. There's no room like this anywhere else. This is you know, this is you gotta look at the bright side. I mean, sweet pink lamp as well. But the fact that I have to do this stuff on my bed and there's not even enough floor space for my bags, that's less than ideal. But I firmly believe I will really miss this. They often tell me, I try to remind myself, but even if you told me when I was like just starting, like at 25, even that I would be, the idea of taking a plane to do a gig would blow my mind. So now that my normal life is flying and traveling and doing shows, yeah, I'm well aware that this is the good times. These are my colorful pig socks. How many awesome socks do I have? I brought only good socks. I have probably 8 with me, but I have like 35 pairs of awesome socks. So, welcome to Hamilton. This is the finest park in Hamilton. I don't know if that's true, but it's Hamilton in January. It's not as cold as you think. We just haven't run into much of that, but there's some ice on the water here, so that's obviously a sign that it either has been cold or whatnot. But it's good. We're just seeing the sights, and then we're gonna go meet a couple buddies, and then straight off to the show. So yeah, right now it's just looking around. Hey, so we're going to this cool little pub called The Ship. Been there before. It's like 5 minutes from the school, so real good spot just to, you know, get a bite to eat.
See ya.
What's up?
How's
Good
it
to
going?
see you. How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm really now trying to transition to gigs more because
Yeah.
well, it's better.
Gigs are better than not gigs.
Yeah. There you go.
Great.
You're still here as a person, right? But no, I started doing a lot more gigs. Like Christmas was really good for me.
Yeah, that's good.
And then I started connecting with event planners, and that just snowballed for me too.
Yeah, that's smart. That's what Keith said.
Are you in Toronto tonight or Hamilton?
We're staying in Hamilton.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But then it says up early, drive to Windsor, do that noon show. I hate noon shows.
Yeah.
They're so weird. People are sitting there like eating their lunch and they look up and they're like, oh, there's a show happening?
Oh, that weird common hour show, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, there's a show, hi, yeah, the lights will be on and you'll be eating your lunch, but I'll be doing magic.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool, dude.
Trying to go more corporate, I guess.
Yeah. That's
Right
where the
now.
money's at.
But I feel like my audience is probably similar to like an audience that you have, because I do a lot of open mic comedy stuff. I'm really youthful in my performance and my acting.
Yeah, then why would you even go corporate right now then? Why don't you go college?
This is man, it's such a heavy personal debate with myself, because corporate's paying really well right now, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but yeah, if you're gonna chase the money, you might as well just stay at your job, right?
Does this make me look like an asshole? Do I look
No,
too-
it's your face that makes you look like an asshole.
Yeah. Was that too douchey?
No, I don't think so.
No, I didn't like that, no.
Yeah, well, it's on the edge.
It's on the edge, right?
It's on the edge.
Yeah.
I have many iterations of this exact thing. It's not bad. It's just, it's so weird because if you take out the thing,
You can taste the cheese whiz in it, right?
but if you take it out, then it doesn't have anything to do with anything. You know what I mean? Then you're just like, you might as well be selling real estate. So you have to have like the cards and the thing. But then, you know what I mean? But then it's such a magic's fucked up. As a comedian, you could put in like a headshot for like acting, or like a laughing one, or like a weird one, and everyone goes, it's a comedian. You're a magician. If you like put in like a magic prop, you're like, people are like, ugh. And if you don't have it, they're like, where's the magic? There's no right way to do it.
Yeah,
so
do magic with your skin and clothes? Come on.
I freak out, man. So this is fine.
You think it's okay for me?
Yeah, like well, I don't know. Ask non-magician people, like just random people, if they like it. That's all that matters.
What do you think about this?
There's not enough magicians out there
Right.
still, so we're still that niche. So we're lucky. We gotta just take it as like we're lucky to have
Magic
it.
is the geekiest thing on the planet.
Sure is.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what if you picked a different card? What if you grabbed Mexico? Good question. I'm glad you are. Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird. Some of you don't know what Mexico's flag looks like. Good for you. Okay, way to go. All right. Thanks a lot. Oh, what if you said? What if you said?
Sweet. Oh yeah, I hate carrying on cards. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Making an egg McMuffin with a medium black coffee. It is 7 in the morning, so good morning everyone. We got up at 6:15 and got ourselves together. Now we're heading to Windsor. And Windsor is 3 hours away. So we have a noon show, leaving at 7, arriving at 10. That's about as close as you ever want to cut it for a show. And Windsor is exactly back the way we came 2 days ago from London, so this was not exactly the most logical tour plan, but it's the way the schools wanted them, so that's the way we're doing them.
So I kind of fall into magic in kind of a strange way. I had really only gotten into it about 3 years ago, but my perspective came from my background as a journalist. So I kind of stumbled upon some of the main players in the young scene who were doing really great things on social media, one of whom was Chris Ramsey, who is good friends with Wes Barker. And throughout my kind of 3 years of mingling in this world, I began to write a book about the underground world of magic, and I kind of started to become a magician in some sort of way. You know, all the magicians I met from all over the world had begun to kind of share secrets as to how magic is done, how magicians think, their viewpoint on social media, the internet, how magic's changing, how to get on TV, what things to do, all that sort of thing. I came to understand magic in a different way than that of just a regular layperson. And what I came to realize was that magicians have a very unique way of viewing the world because they understand so much about deception, entertainment, and illusion. And I think that it's really kind of opened my eyes into how the art form kind of operates behind the scenes. And a lot of magicians, like you've heard, have various different kind of specialities. And some people, like Wes, integrate comedy into their magic. And because of that, because of their personal style and their personal brand, they're able to manipulate their act or the tricks that they do to best serve who they are as a performer. And one of the great things about Wes that I saw was just his kind of pure ingenuity into how to create different types of magic using objects or premises that feed into who he is as a performer and as a person. Something that's kind of zany, kind of out there, maybe slightly crude, something fun. And that's how Wes's magic has kind of come to be. And you know, it's funny because since I started learning about deception and these sorts of things, I've actually gotten to collaborate with Wes in a couple YouTube videos. We did a trip out to Las Vegas. We did some videos when we were out there. You know, Wes has a great YouTube presence in addition to his stage tour. So it's really interesting to see how someone works on the ground level. You know, a lot of people only get to see magic when it's done, when it's polished, when it's on TV, when it's on the internet. You know, when a performer has been kind of practicing for months and months to bring you a show. But to see magic, you know, evolve from an idea to a concept, something that can be incepted into a real final product has been really riveting for me, and it's something that I truly appreciate.
As much as I've been on the ball with stuff, and I've been putting up YouTube videos. Basically, I think the first one was like 2009. I put up one, and like slowly and surely kind of put up ones until 2014. I finally had one that went, you know, into the millions or whatever, and that was the first sort of big video I had, and I thought, oh, this is really great. And in my head the whole time, I didn't worry about, it was all about how many views. I didn't worry about subscribers or anything like that. I was like, how many views does it have? Oh good, it has like over 1 million views. I'll use this video to get me a TV show, like, or get on TV or whatever. And I just thought of YouTube as a tool to get on TV. And once I had a few videos doing really well and I'm getting booked on these TV shows, I thought that was the end. Like, I thought that's where you were going. I didn't realize how powerful YouTube was. And I should have, when I had these, like, the momentum and I had people, like, all these eyes on my channel, I should have, like, been doubling down, uploading a couple times a week. I should have been, like, cultivating this YouTube community. And I didn't even see it. I just didn't see it.
This is like that, I want to be, you know, on a tugboat, right? And looking out and being like an old drunken tugboat captain, being like, yeah, it's a good morning. Like, that's the kind of fog we got right now.
It's an angry sea.
This is awesome. I've never seen this. This is like floating ice. Seems like it's too early to be broken up, but I guess not. And it's foggy as hell, but I guess across there is, well, right across there is definitely Detroit. And maybe it'd be a nice view of that beautiful wasteland that is Detroit. You don't know. I've never been to Detroit. Maybe it's nice. Well, we're in Windsor. Just about to go to St. Clair College and see how that show goes. I'm looking forward to it. But we're just trying to see the sights before and yeah, watching the Windsor icebergs go by. So we made it to St. Clair's and I'm having my pre-show beer. You gotta have a pre-show beer no matter what time your show is. Just because it's 11 o'clock right now doesn't mean I can't have a beer. This is a noon show, so last night was like the best audience. It was like a comedy club feel. It was killer. So much fun show, and today is going to be a bunch of kids eating their lunch that don't even know there's going to be a show. So I'm going to need this. I need this beer more than you think. Should be good. Should be good. Or not. We'll see. This is a noon show. Cafeteria all the way. Yep, there we go. That's a thing. Still a thing. Okay. So much for sound checks. There we go. All right. Hey, we sound good now. Nope, not there yet. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. We'll figure it out together. Hopefully. Let's shut it right off. All right. Can you hear me now? Okay, I feel good. All right. I just did that to get your attention. No, I really didn't, but I'm glad you're looking at me now. Hey, everybody. I'm Wes. I am a magician, so there's going to be magic happening for the next hour. And I understand that some of you came to watch the magic show because you're awesome. And some of you came to eat your lunch because that's cool too. And anyone else who walks in late, make sure to be like, oh, you just missed it. He was floating in the air. So do that because that helps me. Fine. All right, we're going to try something, you and me. Okay, I'm going to come around this side. All right, do me a huge favor. Name any color in the world. Yellow. Red, yay, come on, man, we just did this. Okay, that's all right. No big deal, but watch this, watch this. All right, which hand is it in? Left, yeah, easy, okay? Fine, I'll make it harder. Which hand is it in? Still left, okay. All right, fine, how about, I'll show you like this. So like that, it comes out here sometimes, right? And then if I take it like this, it looks like there's two, right? That's good, right?
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, not bad. Okay, watch, hold your hand out. Squeeze it, all right? Open your hand. Right, he's got two. Here, use your other hand, use your other hand, use your other hand. Use your other hand, take them both, squeeze really tight, hold your hand up like this. Watch, 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 I rub right here, not part of the trick, but it feels good. Couple of buddies hanging out, no big deal. All right, turn your hand over, open it. Woo! Magic! I like your shoes, by the way. All right, we actually only need one of these. I just put these away real quick. Just have to use one. Just takes a second sometimes to. The hardest part is putting them away. It seems just like always, you know, just like, come on, right? I think we're good. Oh, wait, oops, sorry, always one more. There's one more there every time. It's fine. It's good. It's no big deal. All right, it's weird. Yeah, it's weird, right? You want? Okay, that one's gone. Okay, done. All right, here it is. Here it is. So you know which hand it is. You can see. Watch it. Here we go, like this, and then like this. Right. Here, I'll pull my sleeve up a little bit. All right. This trick's for you. I mean, they can see if I go in this way, right? You can't see. Like I can steal it away. Sure. See that? They can see that. You can't see that, but it's okay if I go straight in like this. Right? Okay. Right? Yeah, I know. Do it again, do it again, do it again. So, yeah, I'll try and even keep my sleeves way up because some people think it's going up the sleeves, and I don't want to be that guy. So it's like this, right? Okay? Not in this way, not doing the steal move, right? It's just straight in here. Hold your hand out like this. Right? Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Here, I got an idea. Okay. See, do a shoe, okay? Ready? Watch this. We'll try and do a shoe because I can kind of block it from you. Hold your hands like this. We're doing a count. We go 1, 2, 3.
Where did that go?
Yeah, where did that? Unbelievable. Hey, who knew? All right, bro, you did good. Thank you very much. Big round of applause to this guy. That's a jerk move, my bad. But if you think about it, really, you're the only one who got to see magic there. Because for you, it's really disappearing. And for them, it's just nothing. Thanks very much. I appreciate it. I love it when I have like theater shows, I can have an assistant come back, and they just catch everything. So the guy eventually just leaves being like, I don't know where it went. It's awesome. That would be you. All right. That's killer, man. I love it. I did so many college shows. My favorite.
I thought it was really funny. I thought he was entertaining. He was good with the crowd. He got involved. Won some condoms with his face on it. Good advertising.
Yeah, bad audio is super common in a lot of these things. So whenever I have bad audio, I just sort of try and slow down, and like I might repeat setups for the punchlines because you don't have to repeat your punchline, but I'll repeat my setups 2 or 3 times till I feel like everyone sort of got it. And I feel like normally just talking slower, and if I don't move around so much, I feel like maybe that helps. Whew. Well, that wasn't the best show, but it was pretty damn good. And my favorite part of those kinds of things is just coming back to the car and knowing that you did it and it's done. And even some of my bits, they fell hilariously flat to no response. There were some really good gems out there, so pretty good. All right, check this out. This is, well, it's kind of, you know, it's in between. You know, it's got some nice features, like the door's super well greased. I don't know if you can see that. You see that grease there? Right? No problems there, that's good. This is questionable at best. I don't have yet a theory on what that fuck that's going on there. Bit weird. Oh, there we go. And then everything you need, but like, you know, casually placed items. Not very. It's interesting. They have all the features of a hotel without any of the care or you know, just every item, but just sort of placed. So I'd say middle of the road. I'm okay. Not a bad spot to lay your head, especially after yesterday. This is better, so I'll take it.
I don't normally do card tricks in my show, but I'm doing one for you right now. Because card tricks are sweet at the bar. Take a card?
Any card?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it, remember it?
Okay.
Okay, so. Sorry. Dropping cards. Alright. Is it a red card?
It's not a red card.
Oh, two. No? No. Okay, not the two. Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. You take it, you spin it. Right? Right?
Impressed that you're able to see.
Yeah, I know, most people are. Yeah. Well, more people are impressed when I have the card in my pocket. That's the more impressed about. It could vary, right? Yeah, so that's like, it's weird because this is the kind of tricks I do close up. When I'm on stage, it's way different stuff, so it's hard to...
Do you do a little like cutting into a body?
No, I don't do any, like, I used to do some illusion. I did one illusion.
So that's an illusion as opposed to a trick?
Yeah, I don't really care about the difference, but some people do. But like for me, I don't want to bring around boxes of things, right? Like fuck that. That's so much hassle.
It's your birthday Wednesday. Can you do something?
Yeah, do a trick right now. No, it's fine. It's good. I'm trying to think. Oh, I got one. Your name any color. Red. Good choice. Okay. Just joking. Watch it. See? It looks better with two. Yeah, no, fine. It's fine, right? It looks better like this. Here, hold your hand out. Hold your hand out. Hold your hand out. Hold your hand out. Yeah, this is gonna be. I'll hold this one here. Squeeze this one.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Right? Open your hand. Open your hand. All right, here. Take them both. Take them both. Squeeze really tight. Squeeze really tight. Squeeze tight. Watch. I rub right here. That's enough. Open your hand. Okay, I just went to the continental breakfast or whatever here at the hotel we're at, and I met another guy from Penn Teller Fool Us. Like, randomly, I'm just walking in, there's these two dudes talking about Fool Us, and I was like, okay, I better say that I was not, but then I hear one guy's like, oh yeah, it was harder for me than it was for you. And it turns out it's like this guy named Matt DeSero who's been on Fool Us. I've seen his bit, and I didn't even know, and randomly just like, we're sitting here in some little ass place in Windsor, and he's going to Detroit to do some show, and we're off to Kitchener, so super random. Like, of all places to run into a guy who's been on the same show as you is like super weird. But
well, 14 degrees, a beautiful sunny day. I've hijacked Cole's sunglasses, might never give them back. And we are off to Waterloo! Woo! Yeah! I'm really excited today. Last night of shows. Here we go. people are always trying to correct me because I talk fast and I tend to mumble a little bit and stuff, and I kind of slur some words together. That's the way I am. And I've tried to correct it, and I do work on it, and I do want to be more clear for sure, but I'm also not super concerned by it because it's part of the thing that some people love about watching me. They see the same show more than once. They're like, I missed some stuff the first time, because I do tend to ramble on and mutter across some things, and if you don't really listen, then you don't get it, and then the next time you do, and some people like it. I like it, and maybe I'm just justifying not enunciating everything properly, like, I'm trying to make myself feel better. It works. So the school booked this one, so I don't even know what to expect, but we're in Waterloo, and the Wi-Fi password is Waterloo, so I don't know if that's a good sign or not. Yeah, okay, perfectly average normal room. I'll take it, sold. Just trying to figure out what time our sound check is, and I'm glad I texted this guy because it looks like it's not at the actual school, it's at the Maxwell's Concert and Event Center, which is 60 meters from where we're sitting. It's right there. It's not even at the school. That's hilarious. I would have gone to the school like a dummy. Oh yeah, this is crazy here. Wilfrid Laurier is right next to us as well, and then across the street is Waterloo. Like, they're so close together. Oh man, I gotta come back here and do both those schools. Like, on the map, it's like you could walk. It's across the street, literally, two huge universities. Alright, another place, another boring hotel room. So we've been driving for 3 hours, so I think it's time to go out and see the town as opposed to sitting in a room and watching Netflix or whatever. So let's go look around. It's made in Guelph. That's local. I drink the local stuff wherever I go. That is like always my #1 thing. So I'll rarely order the same beer twice in a row, just because of that reason. So we're in Waterloo and decided to get out of the hotel room for a bit, and look what you can find, right? Oh man, it's crazy. I spent a lot of time not leaving hotel rooms before just because I'd be like worried about the show or whatever, but the show will figure itself out and there's so many hours, so it's better to come out here and just get some fresh air. The magic and comedy community is super tight-knit, as you'd imagine. It's kind of niche, but there isn't, it's a real, like, I don't know, it's a real community. Like, people are interested in helping each other. Anyone that's likable and nice and not petty seems to do well, and that's the important thing. So that's what I was trying to do, just be super likable and nice to everyone, and really open and easy to work with. And all of those people are actually helpful and really wanting to help each other and get ahead together. Like, I do like Penn Teller or whatever, and I get to go down and open for them at their show in Vegas, and you know, these guys have been in the industry for over 40 years, and I go backstage and hang out with them, and Teller's sitting there, and this guy's, you know, late 60s, 65, I don't know, something like that, and he loves magic. He loves magic to the point of guys that I know that are 13 and just learned their first card trick, and you see their eyes light up and they want to learn as much as they can. Teller is still like that. He for sure loves it more than me. He reminded me that, like, oh wow, you can still find all the joy all the time in this, and that was super cool, because I mean, I didn't know what to expect, but it wouldn't have surprised me if I got there and they just like will go out, do their show, go backstage, and just be like, all right, that's enough, work's done for the day. But no, he sits down, he's like, let's talk about magic, tell me everything, what are you interested in? And Penn's the same way. You know, my buddy Chris and Penn, they argue about magic tricks. They argue about magic tricks back and forth on the phone all the time. And the fact that they have that level of engagement with the newest generation of magicians is, like, I don't know, amazing, like, to say the least. Like, I love it, so that's really cool. Those are top shelf guys for sure. Yes. Why is he calling me? Quit looking at me. Can a guy have a beer apiece? I'm going in here. Cute. This is my beer drinking closet. Stay away from me.
What's the point of fucking... That's a quote. Wes Barker. If you can't look down at your feet and make and like be happy, what's the point of having it?
Oh, that's pretty funny. That's even better than Big Pimpin'. Here's some pen magic for you guys. You see the lid here? Vanishing lid trick. Watch this. Yeah, see? Fucking gone. Right? Huh? Right? You guys don't give a shit. I'm gonna look for it. I find it over here. It's fine. Right? This one's really cool. Check this out. Watch. Watch. Like this. Hey, cool. You think it looked pretty Big Pimpin' in this one or what?
Does that sound alright? I think it's good.
I thought I was doing a show at the university, but it's for the university, but it's at a different venue. So now it's at like this, I don't know, concert entertainment event hall. But it's like sold out like 700 people. So I'm good. I have to adapt a little bit because the audience is like all standing now, not seated. So hey, I'm glad I found out now. At least I have a couple hours to sort it out, but it'll be good. Get the fuck out of here, there's secrets, man. I always prepare more than whatever time I'm doing. I always have more ready to go, and then when I see how the audience reacts, I kind of like throw in a different trick or tell a story here or there. So I have a rough idea, and then I just pick from that idea, but the order can change pretty drastically. I normally know how I'm going to start and how I'm going to finish. That's pretty much a guarantee. Let's play a little game called Find the Dick.
Oh my God, you guys ever hear of a show called America's Got Talent? Yes, you fucking hell. You guys know Penn Teller, them motherfuckers that catch bullets in their teeth? Do so-called bullshit and stuff? How happy would you be if I told you that I got a performer that was able to fool Penn Teller and make them look dumb on their own show? Make some fucking noise for Wes Barker!
That's great, brother. All right. Yes! All right, are you in a relationship? Yeah. What's her name? Dan. Dan, all right. Where is he, right here? Is he looking at me? Oh, that's fine. There we go. All right, give me a 2-digit number. 14. Times, give me a 3-digit number. 333, that's a good one. Times the number between 1 and 10 based on how track we find me. 9, we'll round it up or down. Don't go to 10, I'm not a 10. Ryan Reynolds is a 10. Yeah, 9. Fucking, I'm not a 10, okay? I'm 90% straight because of Ryan Reynolds, all right? I'm not saying I would, I'm just saying if pushing him to shove, I'd push him down, shove him in my mouth. Doesn't matter, all right. All right, 9 times, give me another 3-digit number. 666 equals. It's a big number, good, hang on to that. Got a pen somewhere, here we go. All right, read it out, I'll write it down. Just read out like one number at a time. All right, here we go. 6, 0, 4, 8, 2, 5, 8, 6, 1, 1. Good, right? Okay, we don't need that anymore. This is a big fucking number. You know what, this is enough to be a phone number. Let's call it. Yeah, that'll be good. No, just probably dial 1 in front, so it looks long distance here. So dial 1, 6, 0, 4, 8, 2, 5, 8, 6, 1, 1. Yeah, call it, let's see what happens, It's ringing. Oh, sorry, my phone's ringing. Hang on a sec, that's really weird. Let's just make something perfectly clear. Is that actually you calling me?
So now I have your number. Kasha, thank you very much. You're lovely. Thank you guys. Thanks very much. Enjoy your night. Have a good one.
Ladies and gentlemen,
thank you.
Wes Barker,
brother.
God damn it.
All right, we just got back to our hotel after the biggest show of the tour. It was like almost 800 people packed in this thing, and they didn't do seats. They just did standing, like nightclub style. It was crazy. Will Noy opened up with like just a really great, like he's a comedian, and just really great sort of hosting opening set. Like the intro for me was awesome. I loved it. But they were crazy crowd. They were right amount of loud. Just standing there leaning against the barricade and just hanging on every word. This is my favorite thing. Like this is why, like it was so good. I can't, no better way to end the tour. Like this was awesome. So I'm going to bed now. Early flight tomorrow.
So I don't know how to feel. Like I don't think there's any real spot where you can go, here I am, I made it. And like, it's probably a good thing. I think that's what I like. That's what I strive on. That's what keeps us interesting. But you do have to remind yourself sometimes, like, hey man, this is good. This went well. Like, you know, even when I do a TV show or whatever, like, I feel like I tell my mom about it, and I feel like she was more excited about it than even I was, right? Because I'm like, yeah, cool, awesome, loved it. Foop. I'm like, what's the next thing, you know? Like, and I gotta remind myself, like, bask in it a little bit. Like, there's no finish line, so when you hit these little markers along the way, yeah, because like, you don't know if you're at the start of something huge, right? Like, or you're at the top of something that was pretty good for a little while. Like, you don't know where you are on that ladder slash hill. I mean, it's so confusing because there's no one planting a flag saying, this is halfway, this is as high as you'll ever go. So it's good to remind yourself when you have any level of victory to stop and be like, yes, sweet, check, so fun, loved it, and be okay with it instead of just quickly pushing like, yeah, cool, next thing. Like, I gotta remind myself to do that all the time, and I try to. I'm getting better at it. You know, even when you're on tour and everything, or when you're off filming something or whatever, your Instagram life, your YouTube life, it looks great, and everyone always comments about how you're living the dream. But man, it's so nice to come home. Like, no matter where you go or whatever you're doing, no matter how glamorous and cool it is, flying here, flying there, every week, cool. It's so nice to come home and just be with your actual friends, not just looking at them.